Hello everyone. I am very happy to welcome you all to Dr. JGS Virtual Academy of Commerce. In this video, I am going to discuss with you an exercise from the chapter Ratio Analysis of Management Accounting. Let us get into the problem. From the following information, find out 1. Current assets, 2. Current liabilities, 3. Stock, 4. Fixed assets, and 5. Capital. Let us look at the information that are provided in the problem. The first one, current ratio 2.5. That means 2.5 is to 1. Liquid ratio 1.5. Fixed assets to proprietary fund, it's nothing but 0.75 is to 1. Working capital 60,000 rupees. Reserves and surplus 40,000 rupees. Bank overdraft 10,000 rupees. We are also informed about another information that there is no long-term loan or fictitious asset in the problem. So these are all the details based on which we need to find out the values of 5 items that are asked for. Now let's get into the solution what I have done now. Let's start with current ratio. Why should I start with the current ratio? What is the rationality behind choosing current ratio as a starting point for the solution? We are informed about the value of working capital. It is 60,000 rupees. There is a connection between current ratio and working capital. What is the connection? The formula for current ratio is current assets divided by current liability. And how we normally calculate working capital? The excess of current assets over current liabilities is the amount of working capital. Therefore, the formula for working capital is what? Current assets minus current liabilities. Now let us connect this current ratio with the amount of working capital and try to calculate the value of current assets and value of current liabilities first. The rest we will discuss later. Now, current ratio is equal to current assets divided by current liability is equal to 2.5 divided by 1. What is the formula for working capital? Current assets minus current liability is equal to working capital. According to the ratio, 2.5 is a weight given for current assets when current liability is given with a weight of 1. Therefore, the difference between the two is 1.5, which is the weight we calculate for working capital. If working capital with a weight of 1.5 is equal to 60,000 rupees, what is the value of current assets with a weight of 2.5 and what is the value of current liability with a weight of 1? Ratio facilitates proportionate calculation, and that is what we do here also. If 1.5 is a weight for 60,000 rupees, what is the amount stands for the weight of 2.5? That is what we calculate. So if 1.5 is 60,000, 2.5 is 1 lakh rupees. So current assets are valued 1 lakh rupees. Similarly, current liability for the weight of 1, it is valued 40,000 rupees. The similar calculation is done here. So we have come to know current assets 1 lakh and current liability 40,000. So excess of current assets over current liability 60,000 rupees is the working capital. So far we have done the things correctly. Now let's proceed for the next calculation. Fine. If you look at the problem, you find 2 other items that are presented. Reserves and surplus 40,000, it won't be useful now in this stage. Bank overdraft 10,000. Bank overdraft is also a current liability. From current liability, if bank overdraft is separated, the remaining amount of current liability becomes liquid liability. Therefore, let us make an attempt to find out the value of liquid liability. Liquid liability is equal to current liability minus bank OD. Current liability 40,000 rupees minus bank overdraft 10,000, therefore the balance 30,000 is the value of liquid liabilities or quick liabilities. Now let us write the liquid ratio which is given in the problem. It is 1.5. So liquid ratio is equal to liquid assets divided by liquid liability is equal to 1.5 divided by 1. If liquid liability with a weight of 1 is equal to 30,000, what is the amount of liquid assets? Liquid assets with the weight of 1.5 is equal to 30,000 divided by 1 into 1.5. It gives us 45,000 rupees. That's a value of liquid assets. We will continue that particular working later when it's required to calculate the stock. Now let's get into the very important part of this particular problem. Fixed assets to proprietary fund is equal to 0.75. That is what mentioned here. Listen to me. Fixed assets to proprietary fund 0.75. They have also mentioned that there is no long-term liability and fictitious asset in the problem. With regard to the calculation of capital employed in the business, there are two approaches. One is asset side approach, the other one is liability side approach. With regard to the asset side approach, fixed assets plus working capital will give you capital employed. With regard to the liability side approach, shareholders net worth or proprietary fund plus long-term liability will give you the same amount of capital employed. Now, fictitious asset is also not there. Therefore, there is no need to worry about it in this situation. So, fixed assets plus working capital is equal to proprietary fund plus long-term debt. This equation could be formed. Both are for capital employed only. Now listen, refer this ratio. Fixed assets divided by proprietary fund is equal to 0.75 divided by 1. Therefore, fixed asset is 0.75. Working capital, the weight of the same, we do not know. Equal to proprietary fund is 1. Long-term liability, nil according to the information given in the problem. Now you try to find out the balancing figure here. Over here you find the balancing figure which is nothing but 0.25, which stands for the value of working capital. So if working capital with the weight of 0.25 is equal to 60,000, which is given in the problem, what is the value of fixed assets with the weight of 0.75? It comes to 1,80,000. And what is the value of proprietary fund with the weight of 1? It comes to 2,40,000. So now we have calculated fixed assets which is valued 1,80,000, proprietary fund that's valued 2,40,000. We are asked to find out the value of capital. So let us continue our working to find out capital. Now, proprietary fund is nothing but the total of capital plus reserves and surplus. Reserves and surplus is the amount at 40,000 as per the information given in the problem. Proprietary fund 2,40,000. Now listen, 2,40,000 proprietary fund is equal to capital, that's a value we need to find out as a balancing figure, plus reserves and surplus 40,000. So the balancing figure in the equation is what? 2 lakh rupees, that's a value of capital. Now we are making an assumption here to find out the value of closing stock. We know from current assets, if we subtract the closing stock and prepaid expenses, we can come to know liquid assets. In this problem, we have already calculated current assets and we have already calculated liquid assets also. The excess of current assets over liquid assets could be either stock or prepaid expenses or both. If you want to calculate the value of stock in this situation, you have to make one assumption. You are allowed to do so. What is the assumption? You assume that there is no prepaid expenses in the problem. Therefore, difference between current assets and liquid assets will be equal to closing stock. That's all. That's what I got at. So there are no prepaid expenses. Therefore, current assets minus liquid assets will give you closing stock. Closing stock is equal to current assets value 1 lakh minus liquid assets value 45,000 rupees that we have already calculated is equal to 55,000. That's a value of closing stock. Now I have written all the answers here. Current assets, we calculated it, see 1 lakh rupees. Then current liability is valued 40,000 rupees. Then closing stock is valued 55,000 rupees. Fixed assets, we calculated the value of fixed assets is what? Yeah, it is here 1,80,000. And what is the value of the other one? Capital, it comes to 2 lakh rupees. So this is how you can very well work out this particular problem. Fine. I hope you all have understood my lecture over this particular concept. This is a critical problem, a very important problem, and this is a critical point over this particular sum. So I suggest you to watch this video for a few times and specifically listen to this particular portion of, my explanation related to this particular portion. You will gain clear understanding over the concept. Thanks for your time to watch this video. I'll meet you in another video. Bye for now, everyone.